Hey, this is Rob Leo, and in this tutorial, I'm going to take you through setting up a Zoom video conference. I'm here at zoom.us. Once again, zoom.us. And when you sign up, it's free. You can use your Google account. When you do so, you may get a message that this account is managed by a colleague at BOCES. Click OK and proceed. You'll get there. With our free account, you have up to 40 minutes of record time. I'm simply going to schedule a meeting. You can name it. Give it a description if you choose to. And this is really just filling out a form. You're going to set the date and time of your conference or your webinar. So let's pretend it's today at 9 o'clock. We get up to 40 minutes for free, so you can change that time duration. By default, it'll change it over to 40 minutes for you. Just make sure your default setting is set to Eastern Standard Time. If you need to change it, you can click the arrow and search for Eastern Time. Mine is not a recurring meeting, but yours might be. I'm not going to require registration for my meeting. I'm going to automatically generate a meeting ID. I'm not going to require a password, so I'm going to uncheck that box. As far as what happens when the meeting starts, do I want my video turned on as the host? Sure. Do I want my participants' video turned on? Yes. You can choose to do that or not. It's up to you. The Chromebooks have built-in web cameras, and most computers today also have built-in webcams. As far as audio goes, I'm simply going to use computer audio. You may choose to have folks call in by phone, by computer audio exclusively, or you can allow for both. I just like to use computer audio because my audience is going to be sitting in front of a computer anyway. I don't have a joint host, but you could have two hosts of the webinar. Do I want to mute my participants upon entry? I like to turn this one on because that way we won't hear the participants speaking when they first join, but they can also unmute themselves. Not exactly sure what the waiting room is. Don't worry about authenticated users joining. Do I want to record the meeting automatically? In other words, do I want to screencast this? Do I want to keep a record of it and play it at a later date? You certainly can. And I don't have any alternative hosts. Now I'm going to save this, and I can add it to my calendar. Again, there's no password required. This is my meeting ID. So when people go to zoom.us, this is what you're going to share with them. You could post this to Google Classroom and your students could get it. You could invite your attendees by sharing a link. So if you wanted to right click on this and copy the link address and post that in Google Classroom, it's probably a better bet than just having people go to join or zoom.us. But your participants are going to click join meeting, and they're going to enter that 9-digit code to join, or they're going to click on this link and join the meeting. Once we're all set, we're simply going to click Start this meeting. And again, it's going to require a software install, so you may see like an executable file. I've already got it downloaded, so I'm just going to open zoom.us. If kids are on Chromebooks, they need to have the Zoom Chrome extension. Same thing is going to happen if they're on an iPad. They're going to need the Zoom app to participate. I'm going to join with computer audio, and there we are. We're broadcasting live to an audience, if there was an audience. If you forget the meeting ID, you can point people to zoom.us, and you share this 9-digit code that I'm shaking my mouse at the top of the screen. Your controls are on the bottom. In the next video, we'll take a look at what those controls do. Thanks for listening.